Sure. Thank you. Good evening, second time, and welcome to the 2021 Social Action Project Poetry Jam. This is the ultimate hour, an opportunity to reinvent. I'm Maura Disco, the Director of Alumni Relations at IU South Bend, and on behalf of the IU Alumni Association South Bend region, I'd like to welcome you tonight. Thank you to those of you who are attending here in person. And while we're here tonight, please keep your masks on at all times. And thank you for those of you attending virtually. We're thrilled to have you together with us, and we're excited to come together to celebrate spoken word and the artists among us. As we begin this program, we wish to acknowledge and honor the Indigenous communities native to this region and recognize that Indiana University is built on Indigenous homelands and resources. We recognize the Miami, Delaware, Potawatomi, and Shawnee people as past, present, and future caretakers of this land. We acknowledge the painful history of genocide, forced relocation of many from this territory, and we honor and respect the many Indigenous people who are still connected to this land. I'd like to thank our partners in preparing the Poetry Jam. Our campus partners include the Civil Rights Heritage Center and George Garner, who's serving as our technical director tonight. Dr. Monica Tutzloff, Charlotte Pfeiffer, and Dr. Day Bryant and the Social Action Project. I'd also like to thank Michael Williams Jr., who is a Houston-based artist and has created the artwork for the Poetry Jam for the last several years. His pieces are powerful and without words have so much to say. Thank you, Michael. And finally, I'd like to thank IU South Bend alumnus Andre Anderson for his time and energy in coordinating this event, in coordinating the exhibit in the room next door. He is a lifetime member of the IU Alumni Association and a great champion of the university. Thank you, Andre, for staying involved with IU South Bend after your graduation. It's a privilege to work with you. Our vision at the IU Alumni Association is to see all who love IU advancing one another and the university. We are thankful for the legacy our alumni have created for our current and future students, and we look forward to building onto that community of support for one another. And now let me welcome our host for the evening, an IUPUI alumna. Sherry P.E.A.T.E, also known at the mic as P.E.A.T.E, poetically educating all through expression, is a spoken word artist who made her international debut in 2014 in the beautiful city of San Marcos, La Laguna, Guatemala. Her art captivates, motivates, and encourages individuals to participate in the therapeutic healing power of poetry. She is a woman of words. Please join me in welcoming Sherry.
Thank you, Maura, for that introduction. I really appreciate it. And hello to you all who are there at the Civil Rights Heritage Center, and to those who are online virtually. Hello, hello, hello. I am super honored, humbled, and excited about the talent that we have on this roster list. You all are going to be moved, motivated, and leave so much better than you came. So I am excited about this, and I hope that you're excited about it too. But before we begin, just want to give a disclaimer. This is being recorded. So if you do not want your pieces shared on the World Wide Web, please let George know so that way he can work with you and we can get this information, well, the video out to the public to consume. So let's go ahead and move to the first artist, because time is ticking and we have a long list of individuals who are here to share their talents. So I welcome to the stage, Dennis Anderson. Is Dennis Anderson there?
Good evening.
Good evening.
God is wonderful. God is love. He was sent from heaven above. He can turn night into day and day into night. With him, everything is all right. He knows your secrets within you. He knows everything that you do. So if you get into a hassle and think that no one doesn't care, just bow down on your knees and say a prayer. The good Lord will hear you no matter what you say. Oh, thank you, dear Lord, for another day.
Thank you so much, Dennis, for sharing that lovely piece today. And we are definitely moved by your spirit, and thank you for sharing that talent. We're going to keep the ball going. So we have another performer up. And before I continue, I must give additional information. We have featured artists this evening. So our featured artists have so much talent, so much skill, and they're going to grace us with their time. Each featured artist will be speaking and will performing for 5 minutes, but those who registered before this event will get 3 minutes to share their talent with us and ultimately to the world. So next up, we have Zarina Frey. Is Zarina Frey in the house?
Hey,
Hey, your hair is cute.
thank you. Thank you very much. Well, let me get to it since we have a long list of creatives. Hi, everyone. My name is Zarina Frey, and I'm going to read a poem that was published in Chicken Soup for the Soul. I'm speaking now. I don't know if you can see that. You can get it online. It's available everywhere, Amazon, wherever books are sold. This poem is entitled Breakfast in Northport. And it starts with the epigraph, when they go low, we go high. I didn't write that. We all know Michelle said that. So here it is. It's the editors, they did it. The weathered bell above the white painted peeling doorway clatters an unknown tune to the backdrop of morning feet scuffling in from the excitement of a fenced-in Ferris wheel. I face the window. Residents blushed, cheeks turned pink from the autumn breeze the lake cast off. Kids with well-funded education skip by for ice cream and cotton candy. Main Street closed off for high school marching bands, the highest form of entertainment the town allows. Their children featured in the parade, watering plants, watching themselves grow in the secret white pod of privilege. Black girl, you don't belong here. The waitress body language smolders, refusing to water my empty glass, passing our table, serving incoming patrons. I pass time studying my menu of options, retorts, rebuttals, and complaints. I'm used to it. I just wait. She finally awaits impatient, face weathered from a hard life of hate, no forgiveness, and no eye contact. What do you have? A heaping full of respect, a side of justice and equity, decaf coffee with cream, and the satisfaction of blessing a working class racist with a generous tip from a Black woman. Thank you.
That was good. Let me just sit in that for a
Thank you.
second. Ooh, you said chicken soup for the soul? That was fantastic. Well, thank you so much for sharing your talent. We really appreciate it and we're moved by it. Next on the list, we have a Dr. Patricia Washington. Is she in the house? Welcome to the stage.
Thank you. I am pleased to be here. I I want to read this poem for all the people who are struggling really hard to try to get to these United States, and for those of us who live here and are struggling to try to survive here. The name of this poem is My Country, and I'm going to take you on a historical voyage. Starting a new life, traveling steerage, riding Jim Crow rail cars, hiding in steel containers, swimming next to sinking boats, facing formidable odds, shoring up shattered spirits with songs of hope, seeking sanctuary from serfdom, sharecropping, starvation, night riders in sheets, gangs with guns and limited opportunities, crafting hybrid cultures, spoken in Southern slang, Caribbean patois and Spanglish, replacing those left behind but never forgotten. Endlessly toiling and crumbling mine shafts, building highways and railroads across the country, building sky high on skyscrapers, fearless men in nightmarish steel mills, housewives blood splattered in slaughterhouses. Others pick produce in pesticide covered fields. They came seeking a place for themselves. They came seeking a safe place for their families, among neighbors seeking to thwart their dreams. These immigrants, these migrants, these foreigners, these Americans.
Yes, these Americans. Thank you so much for sharing that piece with us this evening. Next to the mic, our first featured artist. Now I can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on about this amazing artist. She is dynamic. She is powerful. And I definitely look to her as a mentor in the space called poetry. You may know her as Pam Blair, but we all know her as Poetic Melody. And she is such a dynamic person. Let me read to you a little bit about Miss Pam Blair. She is an Elkhart South Bend native, an artist, a poetess, and founder of the Poetry Jam. She's a muralist whose creations grace the walls of the chapter house of Black Lives Matter South Bend and the Kroc Institute for International Peace Studies at the University of Notre Dame. It is my pleasure to present to you Poetic Melody. Is Pam in the house this evening? Oh, hey now. I got all excited.
I was wondering who he was talking about.
I was talking about you, the one and the only. You had me nervous. You was taking your time. I was like, hold on now, we gotta hurry this up because we need to experience Pam.
How y'all doing tonight? Awesome. I'm trying not to talk a lot. This poem that I'm gonna share, actually, I wrote not too long ago, and I was doing a podcast. I was gonna do a podcast with a gentleman, and I was trying to find a Black poet that I could feature on the podcast. And so I'm searching, and I didn't want to do Langston Hughes or Maya Angelou. I kind of wanted to actually do somebody that was still alive. And so I was searching and reading, and what I came across, I'm sure that there's poets that write about much more. But a lot of the poetry that I came across at the time was Black people, Black poets talking about, you know, all of the trauma that we've been through. So it inspired this poem. It's called What Else Do Black Poets Write About? I am more than oppression in my DNA. I have actually seen miracles, been healed from diseases that are sometimes incurable. I work a job and work a hustle. God gave me these talents that kept my mind and my body out of trouble. I have written words that only ears require, recited poems in hopes that inspire, painted pictures that even I admire. I have brown skin that I adore, wrinkles on my face that are easily ignored, rhythm in my soul, and the blues is something I try hard not to ignore. I have more than oppression in my DNA. I have the blood of kings and queens that history books won't say. My truth is not only blood on the street, sagging pants and sweatshirt hoodies. It resides in the human cells from Henrietta Lack. The greatness of America came from the people of color's back. So what else do Black poets write about? Maybe hopes for tomorrow, more Black billionaires that lend and not borrow, maybe more love and less sorrow. That's that piece. And I will do another, I'll do one more, and it's a standard one that I've done before. Some of you have heard it before, some of you have not. And this one I actually wrote to myself, but it's always a reminder. So it's called The Mirror, if you haven't heard it before. Sensuous in your behavior, yet you waver to love because of fear. Fear that the past is too close to the present. And even though that stuff is irrelevant, you can't see the future because you refuse to look in the mirror. A mirror you no longer smile in. For all you see is old wineskin because you've been drinking all the wrong words. Drunk on words that have destroyed your self-confidence. And the evidence is you have not yet claimed your inheritance. There is beauty in your eyes, and the beast are the lies that try and fertilize seeds of unforgiveness lying on the inside. You see, in order to love another, one must discover your own sleeping beauty. Maybe become the author of the book, I Am Pretty. And I like myself. I like myself because of the image of who I was made, a creator who promised never to leave me, but as long as I wanted would stay. And I'll bathe myself in his blood that cleanses me from the stench of the day. A day that I will one day understand that church, family, and school weren't the only plan, but having dominion over my life, hopes, thoughts, actions, and dreams might help my fellow man. So when I look in the mirror, whom shall I fear? False accusations, manipulation, devastation, or do I start a revolution beginning with internal evolution when I look in the mirror? Thank you all so much.
And you wonder why I gave you that introduction, Pam. You are dynamic. So thank you so much for sharing your talent with us, and definitely giving a plug. I believe you're going to be the feature artist this month at the Poetry Jam. So if you all want to catch her again, y'all better come on out and support her and that. So just want to give a quick reminder that if you are there in person, a mask is required. So you must wear your mask while you're there at the event. So just want to throw that reminder out there for folks. Our next feature artist is going to be Cedric Riley. He's going to be joining us via Zoom. And Cedric Riley is from The Ohio State University. So Cedric Riley is a resiliency expert and social innovator on a mission to disrupt the child welfare sector. As the founder of America's Next Motivator, Cedric Riley and Andre Anderson met via multi-Grammy award-winning writer, producer, performer, Malik Yusuf. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Cedric Riley.
Hey everybody, can you hear me out there? I hope that you can hear me and that you are doing well. I look forward to all of the amazing pieces, sources of light and inspiration that are to come tonight. And I also decided to share a few pieces of my own. And so I will do just that. This first piece that I prepared is called Watts. Now there were many lights. Under them were sidewalks, some clean, some dirty, some prestigious, and they all led to different places. These were lighted pathways that directed a worker to work and a star to a conductor. People were merry under the light, and some knew the paths of the city so well that they were confident that they were right and leaders and judges of growing people. Now, the growing people were searching for a path under these lights that would take them to peace and prosperity. Out of the growing people came testaments of all kinds, and they shared them amongst one another. Now, this path tested me this way, and that path tested me that way, and they laughed and got to know themselves and others, and therefore the city. And it happened on one day that the lights went out all over the sidewalks and in the buildings. Many workers and stars became lost in the darkness because they could not see the sidewalks and navigate. Those who had once felt so right were now lost in the city and felt powerless. Meanwhile, the growing people who were testifying of lessons learned and who had felt casted in the darkness had each grown an inner light. Their lessons had grown them in the darkness, and they would prosper, saying, "This little light of mine." The growing people had become the power lines of the city as their lessons led them in the darkness, and their state had never been so bright. You are powerful. So that's the first piece. And I have one more piece as I round out my 3 minutes, and it goes, by the masses and schools and throngs and critical sizes of the urban diaspora, we are being de-ripened by our food and lack thereof. We are being rendered hopeless by the scolding of de-ripened parents. Also, we are brutalized by the separation of the limbs of our family tree. Finally, we are shocked to death by people in our own communities, especially by those we have grown up closest to, who have also been diminished. It is a horror that if one does not obtain shelter, clothing, transportation, by applying one's time and life work to organizations and buildings that are not prefixed on the tampered lives of millions of our family members, that we too are perceived as the enemy by our state and by our families. It is in this cavern that I admit the concerned and most affected persons of our economy, including inner city youth, youth of the foster care system, the child welfare system, and middle-class citizens alike, are left to fall down a bottomless pit. This is treason to the souls of all of humanity. We cannot survive as a strong vine while our fruit is being shaken to go off against our will. Those lives of my brothers and sisters that are being interrupted, not recorded, and lost are connected to your life and mine. They have already caused irreversible damage to our conscience in the entirety of this one life. And this day, I proclaim that unequitable. That's my time, y'all.
Thank you so much for sharing. We actually have a few more minutes. So if you want to grace us with one more piece, you're more than welcome to, Mr. Riley.
Sure. Just a little bit about me. I'm originally from the inner city of Cleveland, Ohio. I'm the oldest of 5 brothers and sisters. I'm a natural speaker. I never knew my father. All I had was my lesson from my grandmother, which was to iron my slacks and keep family first. So when I went into foster care, that was what was in the front of my mind, to iron my slacks, to keep my family first. No matter where I went, whether my foster parent was abusive or I had an opportunity to get into a new program, I always had a fire that I was trying to express. As I decided to use that fire to propel high, I graduated with over $150,000 in scholarship offers. And somebody pulled me to the side and called me an exception. And I took that with a bittersweet sense and made my life goal to provide a pathway to other young people who are growing up in the foster care system, needing to develop a vision for their lives. I understand that these young people, there's over 400,000 youth in the foster care system today. And at the same time, there is over a 47% correlation between foster care and homelessness in America. And this cannot be our brand of pluralism. And so my objective is to provide not only spoken word, but art technology to answer the call of how do we repair our families? How do we restructure our communities? How do we bring about cohesion in a meaningful way to bring about prosperity and the right prosperous development of men and women in America? So those are some of my goals. I also do a daily TV show called America's Next Motivator. And you can find me at www.cedricriley.org. Andre Anderson is a highly prolific individual who I've met, who invited me to come on tonight and share some words by way of Malik Youssef, who is one of the greatest spirits I've encountered in this short life of mine. Again, I thank you all for your time, and I'm going to sit back and watch the perspectives of everybody else tonight.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you sharing that and sharing a little bit more background about the work that you do and how you serve our community. So thank you so much for sharing your talent and your gifts with the community. So it is my pleasure to introduce Andre Anderson. He is going to do a special presentation in honor of Gil Scott-Heron. And we heard a little bit about Andre this evening, but I'm going to give you a little bit more about him. As Maura said, he is an IU Lifetime Alumni member. He founded the Poetry Jam in 1997 under the direction of Dr. Dave Bryant from Social Action Project in response to President Bill Clinton's national conversation on race. He loves sharing poetry with romantically conscious content. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Andre Anderson.
Everybody give a round of applause for Sherry P.E.A.T.E. Woo! Woo! All right, we got folks coming in. We probably get, just for people out there in internet land, we probably got about a good 40 people in person. Give yourselves a hand. Look. Yeah, we got a good 40, and it's probably about another 50 or 100 or so. My grandmama said, don't be before the people long, so I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say and sit on down, all right? All right? Okay. On October 24th, one of the greatest lyricists to ever hit a microphone will be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Gil Scott-Heron. Look, I'm trying to make the coldest eye contact because all of y'all have looked at me over my life and thought a good thought. I'm gonna start from the back to the front. Howard Dukes wrote an article about me back in 2005, and he put Gil Scott-Heron. Give it up for Howard Dukes. In the back. All right, Randy, I promise I ain't gonna be long. I ain't gonna be long. It's important. Throughout our culture, we hear the phrase, the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be live. And Gil Scott-Heron clarified it in an interview later that is what's going on in your mind between them two big old ears. It means something. If it wasn't for Gil Scott, I wouldn't be doing stuff like this. Check what Gil would say. It's a turnaround world where things are all too quickly turned around. It's been turned around so that right look wrong. It's been turned around so that up look down. It's been turned around so that those who march the streets with Bibles and signs of peace become the enemies of state and risk to national security. So that those who question the operation of those in authority on the principles of justice, liberty, and equality become the vanguard of a communist attack. It's become so you can't call a spade a spade. I had said I wasn't gonna write no more poems like this. I made a mistake. Gil Scott Heron, born April 1st, 1949. He transitioned May 27th, 2011. So I'm gonna dedicate this piece to Gil Scott Heron. Then I'm gonna sit down like my grandmama told me. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I've been chosen as one of the conscious-minded brothers who still believes in chivalry. I live in the spirit of the Lord and love giving sisters their liberty. That literally means freedom. Freedom. If that brother ain't submitted to the will of the Almighty, you better believe that you don't need him. I'm hip to what happened to Eve in the Garden of Eden, but God has given you the choice if you should stay or if you should leave him. I say pray a couple prayers, throw on some headphones, leave that brother there. Get your Tyrone on. Because if that brother can't leave well enough alone, then the woman should have been gone. Let God build you a happy home. Homeboy don't even treat you like you human. You be producing and he be consuming. Cussed you and your grandmama out at your last family reunion. Ladies, please tune in. All that brother did was take advantage of you and your kids caught in poverty. Obviously, all that brother did was run a broke down game of reverse psychology. I'm a living witness. It takes the Holy Ghost to get the poverty up out of me. Honestly, I didn't write this piece for y'all to dig me. On behalf of my backslid brothers, I'm asking ladies, please forgive me. And while you're in the forgiving mode, please forgive that brother who lied and said he owned multiple houses. That brother was downtown collecting government vouchers, sleeping good and crooked on couches. I thank you, Father, for showing me why so many American women appear to be grouches. That's because so many American men fail to put their money where their mouth is. I am the essence of a player hater because my ultimate mission is to save some kids. The only way that I'm gonna save some kids is to get on my knees for the optimists and pessimists. I done got on my knees for the Baptists, Catholics, and Methodists. Seen a woman go to a singles ministry with a heart of gold and still come out with mixed messages. God has connected this to my life personally. Because how can I deal with someone if she doesn't know if she's going or coming? And the Apostle Paul told me it's not good for a man to touch a woman. Because them brothers who put their hands on my mama didn't understand the mental scarring it did to me. Wow. And on behalf of my backslid brothers, I'm asking ladies, please forgive me. Please forgive me because I know y'all tired of dealing with rookies. You want a brother that can bake cookies. Snuggle up and play footsies. Yes. A playmate forever. Yes. The brother who signs his letters with X's, O's, and X's. One who's been raised to frequently display the simple and sentimental gestures versus the half-stepping brother who settles for the continental breakfast. I'm ready to break that brother down, and not just so you can dig me. On behalf of my backslid brothers, I'm asking ladies, please forgive me.
That don't make no sense. Andre, that was amazing. You were like up on that stage, like sprinkling jewels. Woo! You are a talented human being. It's just too much. Okay, so on to some more poetry, shall we? So we have up to the stage, let's see here, let me look at my list here. Miss Erica Anderson. Is Miss Erica Anderson on the Zoom? You ready to grace us this evening? We can't hear you, darling.
Hello, yes, I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you and see you in all your beauty, looking beautiful.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here today. Erica Anderson. I am the sister of Andre Anderson, founded the Poetry Jam. When he founded the very first Poetry Jam, I was 16 years, very first Poetry Jam. After that, I left South Bend and I graduated and I went on to college in Florida, and I've been in Florida ever since. Here today, I am live via Zoom from Miami, Florida, and I'm so happy to be here. I performed at last year's Poetry Jam, and I'm here today at this year's Poetry Jam. And I would like to share a poem with you today, and it is entitled Dance with the Devil. This poem is dedicated to anyone who has ever been tempted by temptation. Want to dance with the devil to get to new levels? Money so good, they have to sweep it with shovels. Girls so fine, they look like pebbles. If you're ready to go, I'll step on the gas pedal. Want to dance with the devil? I know I do. For a big bankroll and some brand new shoes, where everyone laughs and no one sings the blues. If you had to be broke or rich, what would you choose? Want to dance with the devil? It's about that time. You fit right in here, fine as wine. Look at the richest flowing with time. I'll give you everything as long as you'll be mine. And don't worry about the consequences, baby, for now I am the divine. Want to dance with the devil? You look good up there with them brand new shoes and that store-bought hair. Looking like you don't have one single care. The world is yours and there's no expense I will spare. But just remember, disrespect the game, don't you dare. Want to dance with the devil? Come and join the gang. Here's some beautiful new diamonds and a fat gold chain. No longer are you a nobody, rather now you're thrusted into fame, where everyone boasts their accomplishments, yet they hide their shame. Want to dance with the devil? Now, how does it feel to have everything you ever wanted and it seems so real? But before you get too comfortable, allow me to make an appeal. See, these things come at a cost, boss, and I'm just gonna keep it real. In order for you to keep these riches, I need for you to rob, kill, and steal. I need for you to do whatever it takes to pay that bill. And just because you don't want to do it, well, that ain't no reason to break a deal. Want to dance with the devil? Then let's hit this lick. I'm finna rob that man. I'm finna get that trick. I'm finna run up in the hood with an army full of sticks. And I'm finna trap till I die in a house full of bricks. Want to dance with the devil? Now you have no choice, because I've robbed you of your soul and I've silenced your voice. Want to dance with the devil? Now you belong to me. Now everything costs double and nothing is for free. You will live in anguish, in total misery, disgusted at the life you've created, in disharmony. Disharmony over money. Trading your soul for material things, obsessed with the power that fame brings. You realize that it's really a nightmare and not an American dream. Money so good, they have to sweep it in shovels. Girls so fine, they look like pebbles. If you are sure you're ready to go, then I'll step on the gas pedal. My name is Erica Anderson, and thank you for sharing this moment with me today.
Thank you so much, Erica. I got 2 left feet, so I ain't dancing with nobody's devil. So that was great. That was great. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence and your poetry. Up to the stage next. You're welcome. Up to the stage next, whether is Fred Teague. Fred, are you in the house? I know you in the house. I feel you. You in the house, ain't you? Fred, did Fred show up? Hey, Fred.
This is called What About You? This is kind of a weird moment for me because I remember when Hansel Center used to be a daycare and it used to be a bus. They used to park in this lot. I was just telling Anna about this the other day in the meeting. I used to sleep on this bus in the morning and get up before they before they came to pick the kids up for school. So I'm blessed because I just think about how God moved. But we all got to play our part because it's crazy around here. So this is called What About You? Let me get a minute. It's going to turn into an hour. How I stay humble and speak truth to power. Let that tenderize your brain like a marinade, a serenade of overcoming and better days. I've been headed toward OG status since I was a teen. Now I'm sitting back like a sage, advocating for your bad dreams. Have you stressed out on my mental couch for therapy? Lyrical content articulated for clarity. This ain't the time to get emotional and wild out. This is the time to sit down and focus on a mile out. Navigate these snares and traps. Let the Lord show you how to deal with bears and rats. I done touched a half a century. I kind of got to figure it out. And like an elder in the village, boy, I love to run my mouth. Maybe that's how we reach these kids. Put this wisdom on a track, homie, teach these kids. What about you? Homie, I'm playing my part. I'm trying to start a conversation, shed light in the dark. What about you? With your OG rep, don't wait to advocate for life until death done left your doorstep. Pain unbearable. Wishing you could swap places, it ain't shareable. Just a little food for thought. Brain food you can use if it's stored in your mental vault. First, you gotta learn how to breathe and recognize the true source of your enemy. It might come in the form of your brother, but a spiritual warfare, homie, is no color. De-escalate, disengage, so you don't have to demonstrate frustration and rage. Front page in the county watching the news, in your county blues. Game over, you lose. Because at that moment, you didn't think about your kids. Now you got plenty of time to think about what you did. It's easy to see where you went wrong after the penalty. The goal is to recognize on where you focus mentally. Is it headed toward chaos and stress? Every day feeling you caught up in mess? Me? I choose to focus on success and show you what it looked like when I say I'm blessed. What about you? Homie, I'm playing my part. I'm trying to start a conversation, shed light in the dark. What about you with your OG rep? Don't wait to advocate for life until death done left your doorstep. Pain unbearable. Wishing you could swap places, it ain't shareable. Just a little food for thought, brain food you can use if it's stored in your mental vault. I'm proposing a movement and a better way for young men and women to resolve their differences without gunplay. Because at the end of the day, it's no peace. You move, I move. We move from the streets. And yeah, I'm real enough to do the time, but it's got to be a better way to add truth to this rhyme. Ebbs and flows, flows of life, adaptable and adjustable like an army Swiss knife. Exceeding expectations is how I play, and challenging the stigmas I face every day. just so you can get in. I know the way. I can show you how to win if you follow what I say. Make it part of your daily. Walk it out. Before you know it, eternal praise on your mouth. And I'm gonna praise them for you too. I love to see those written off do what they do. What about you?
All right, all right. Thank you so much, Fred, for sharing that. Such an amazing piece. We appreciate that. I am going to introduce our next featured artist. In the house, we have Henry Jones. Henry Jones, who published poetry in journals, anthologies, magazines, and newspapers. He is the first poet laureate of Hendersonville, Tennessee. Henry Jones and Andre Anderson during a memorial service at the Rock Castle, during a memorial service at the Rock Castle Slave Cemetery in Hendersonville, Tennessee. It is truly my pleasure to welcome to the stage Henry Jones.
There we go. Hey, good evening, everyone. Thank you for that intro. Yeah, Andre told me about this, and then I got a text message said, "Brother, where are you?" I was like, "What now?" It's just a wonderful, busy time. Andre, thank you again for reaching out to remind me. I'd like to share this poem titled Mississippi River, the Baptism. I recently read it. It's one of my favorites. It's in my book, Run Into Blackness, Feeling My Poetic Gumbo, at the National Black Poetry Day Festival this past Sunday. And so I'd like to share it with you today. The Mississippi River isn't muddy and flowing brown but bloody, with memories and a stench past each generation with each flush and bow movement. Still we wipe our butts without cleansing the black hole where all things are lost behind the scenes, making all murders, no, let's say slayings, of little Black children drug or gang related. No one wants to go near that hole where manure spreads itself across the eyes of lost corn to smother Kwanzaa and turn Karinga's dreams into nightmares. Drenched in commercial passions which began flowing from Martin's bloody neck. Now only an enema, that deep coffee one, to wake us up will save us. Provide some relief from all the ooh, ain't no cursing in Big Mama's house. We're told and made to believe. Stop, listen. It's Delta Blues. Music pushing against the shore, I still hear the water splashing as my preacher walks through the streams, holding little Jerome in his arms, whose body is stiff by the cold currents and wiggling catfish. Soon both will be baptized, one in water, the other in cornmeal. Pastor prays hard, wanting to walk on the water's surface and break Jesus's reflection into small white pieces of communion bread. Still, Miss Maddie loves her pastor. You know, she knows he knows Christ and marched with Martin from way back and will get her into heaven after her 22 years of twisting the faces of strangers for a shot of gin and a 20. She loved Pastor before he became saved, heard his screams before they were praises, and saw him rise in the world in his Cadillac bubble mirror, where things looked bigger and closer than they appeared. But she made him feel like a full man. Now he visits her after service, stops by to pray about the past, drives in that same long ride, stained by greasy chicken bones from Sunday dinners and peach cobbler dropped between the seats. Those lodge bones know the truth about how sweet peaches came and went many times in the back seat, then kept quiet. Shh. She was a pretty young girl who was bused to Texas suddenly to live with her big mama. Maddie lived alone and lonely. Pastor's visits were still brief, but proud. He'd leave her after he shouted, "Oh, oh, oh God." Ugh. Prayer session over. He froze in silence. Maddie gets to go to heaven after loving the pastor and feeding him with her flesh and remembrance wine, which left a stain she couldn't shout out. The stench of their river became a holy perfume and oil once used to cook all that fish and cover Maddie's dry skin, scenting the filth of shame. Jerome's face had rainbows that glistened on him as the pastor brought him up. His mama shouted and cried, mud and sin slid off his white clothes. Maddie caught the ripples of hope and drank and drank and drank, becoming drunk on a new gin. She only gave her body, but not her soul. Instead of tears, she smiled, seeing her face in the currents as something beautiful, just like that Mississippi River. I'm Henry Jones. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for sharing those beautiful pieces. They will definitely stay with us always. Thank you for taking the time to be with us this evening, Mr. Jones. We are excited to continue this list here. Up next is another featured artist. We have Ernest Mack, who is going to join us Zoom. And before he begins, I'm gonna go ahead and read a little bit about Ernest Mack. Ernest Mack is a poet, playwright, and currently the director of the debate team at Wiley College in Marshall, Texas. Yes, the Wiley College, based on Denzel Washington's epic movie, The Great Debaters, produced by Oprah Winfrey's Harpo production. Ernest Mack and Anna met in Nashville, Tennessee on March 2nd, 2020 at an open mic, only hours before the life-changing tornado that destroyed the building. It is truly my pleasure to welcome you today, Ernest Mack.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. Thank you for the introduction. I was excited when Andre shared with me this opportunity, and I'll be sharing a piece entitled Nobody Big Yet. Let's go there. Okay. Since Easter speech, I knew I was destined to preach, destined to push pen and pad and reach within. Financial freedom, not my only hope. Be famous for my quotes, legend for how I spoke, revered for what I wrote. Read my lips and quote. Nobody big yet. The movement that keeps going and growing. And until you see it stitched in the front of the headrest or signed at the bottom of the checks, everything less is off the mark. Now current projections suggest we off to a decent start, and I'm okay with that, just not content. See, I don't say nobody big yet for play. That means every single day, practice or performance, my approach is enormous. I come with it. Any quiz, test, quarterly assessment will report and suggest that I come with it. Hands open for growth, eyes locked on the top spot. With fortified faith and unfailing feet, fatigue free, I bring my discipline, charisma, and consistency. Plus, I'm pretty, smooth, intelligent, and witty. I'm at my goals consistently, running like the lion, charging like a tyrant, strong and defiant. I was born to do it big. My clothes were baggy and didn't fit because my mother knew I had more growing to do. And until my mama don't gotta punch in for another shift, until I can purchase kicks for my brother, vacation and relax with my lover, and take care of my sisters. I gotta go bigger. Until I have a huge office in control of the entire department, I'm going bigger. Until I cross every state line with a poetry speaking performance show headline, I'm going bigger. Until I'm wildly celebrated in my hometown with a bronze bust statue downtown in front of the marquee Nobody Big Yet Performance Center, I'm going bigger. So I can sponsor thousands of kids to speech and debate camp and pay millions in tuition to those qualified and wishing. I'm going bigger. I'm going to go down in history as the biggest version of me. And yes, I'll accept the challenge every day to embrace growth in every way. I say, Lord, continue to prepare me for bigger, better blessings, bigger, better blessings, bigger, better blessings. Because even Father Time knows it's only a matter of time. My time is coming and I'm not waiting for it. You can find me running, chasing down the best version of me. Nobody big yet is my mantra. And it's my mission to let everybody know we all can grow if we have the audacity to just show that our hearts are just as large as our brains. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you sharing your talent with us this evening. I'm loving the catchphrase. That's going to be my mantra. Bigger, better, best me. So thank you for sharing that. I'm going to borrow that. But I promise I won't put it in a piece because that's your right. That's your stuff, you know. Your stuff. So thank you so much for being with us this evening. Do you have any other piece? Because you do have like another minute or so.
Oh, absolutely. Just another minute. So I'll take the time to share this piece that I actually met Brother Andre at that night. So here it is. Give me just a second to put it up. Brought to you in part by Just For Me, sponsored by Blue Magic and Pink Lotion, can be spotted on the scene with the face beat to the gods, always equipped with lip gloss, safety pins, peppermints, or Vaseline. This queen has been rocking rough and tough since Afro Puffs. Watch your mouth around her because she don't take no stuff. If you cherish your hands, her hair, you bet not touch. She can be spotted holding it down like gravity with skin that naturally absorbs sun rays and a soul with the power of the sun. I know the Black woman is magical. I end the piece right there so I don't go over my time.
What? Okay, when you said pink lotion, blue magic, okay. That was it for me. That was it for me. Thank you for ending it on a fantastic note this evening. Thank you for sharing your talents with us. We appreciate you.
Thank you for the opportunity and thank you all for inspiring whatever I'm gonna write tonight after this open mic from the comfort of my home. So thank you.
You are welcome. You're welcome. Well, we are halfway through this amazing event, and it has been such a pleasure and an honor to be the MC for this event. And, you know, when Day asked me to do this, I was like, oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll do this. Nothing. I got you, because I got her back like that. Then she put in the request for me to do one of her favorite pieces. And so I obliged, because Day is Day. And who can say no to Day, right? So I am going to do a piece that I wrote, 2009. It's an old piece, but I feel it still resonates to this day. So it is called My Knees. I gotta get ready, y'all. When I was younger, I used to scrub my knees in order to please my relatives that were 10 shades lighter than me. Too young and naive to understand the color complex, its concepts, its steps, and the direction that it was taking me. You see, I used to brush these black gums so hard until they bleed, only because I got tired of being called Black Monkey, Darky. I would press his hair until it became bone straight, not quite understanding that I was adding fuel to the fire to my own self-hate. I would perm this hair every 4 weeks instead of 6, only because I got sick of dealing with these naps in this kitchen. Wishing that I would have took the genes from my Native American family tree, but all they gave me was this nose. And Lord knows that wasn't enough, because being a Black girl out here was rough and tough for me when I was younger. When I was younger, I used to change my dialect, make my grammar imperfect, just so I can fit in and not be rejected. Slang I perfected, kept the charades going just so I can be accepted by my people. But who would have known that being dumb, ignorant, and foolish would make me their equal? Monitored my actions ever so tight, out of the fear that I might be caught acting white. Yes, I was bright, but I'm not talking about my skin. Yes, I can read and write, but I had to keep it all within and pretend to be something that I was not. Caught in between two worlds, oftentimes I forgot who I was when I was younger. But now that I am older, I am proud of who I am. Only because now I understand why my knees are darker than the rest of my body. Like roots, my ancestors' knees were planted into this rich, dark earth, giving birth to what we call civilizations, creating cities without hesitation, mastering the arts, mathematics, and studying the constellations, building the pyramids and the White House by hand. That is why my knees are darker than the rest of my body. My Black gums, they remind me of my ancestors and their strength that's behind me. Oftentimes you might find me smiling because I am proud. I'll say it loud, I'm Black and I am proud. I gave up that creamy crack, not to say that if you perm your hair, you're less Black. What I am saying is that I choose to embrace my hair in its natural texture. I'm not going to stand up here and give you an hour lecture on how Black women are often ridiculed and denied because their hair is not silky fine, but I choose to embrace all of me. But that took years, pain, and maturity. Now that I am older, now that I am older, no longer am I ashamed of my words and the vocabulary that I claim. I am proud to say that my vernacular is spectacular. No longer am I trying to adapt to the ignorance. To those who have ears, I hope you are hearing this. Ignorance is bliss. I choose to educate myself and avoid all the foolishness. I fill my world with words and poetry from Langston Hughes and May Cowdery when my soul is thirsting. I quote memoirs from Zora Neale Hurston. When I'm ready to shake things up and create some noise, I quote words from Marcus Garvey and W.E.B. Du Bois. Because what resides inside is a revolution that just might be televised. So beware, because I'm here and I'm taking over. You think I'm a beast now? Wait until I get older. My knees. Thank you. Moving on, moving on, moving on. So next to the stage, I would like to introduce Malik Yusuf, who is going to reveal the 25th anniversary artwork today. But before they do that, I'm going to read a bio on them so that we can know more about Malik. Malik Yusuf, the wordsmith, is an avant-garde spoken word poet with timely lyrics that address and bring to attention national and global issues. Born and raised in Chicago's South Side, amongst a humble and sometimes troubled beginning, Malik rose out of those surroundings to become a 24-time Grammy Award nominee, 6-time Grammy Award winner, and 7-time ASCAP Award winning for both pop and R&B. Other credits include Emmy, Peabody, and Tony Awards. We got in the house today, Malik Yusuf.
Yo, what's to it, y'all? I'm in Santa Monica, down the street from Universal Studio. We just took a break from going down and do the cleaning. I was gonna try to call y'all from the studio, let y'all see Universal a little bit. We right down the street. And I'm from Chicago, as was thusly stated. I thank y'all for having me. It's crazy, man. Every time I do like poetry, open mic, do poetry, period, because that's my roots, and I always just feel this tingly, get this tingles because I do production and writing now, and I write for Beyonce and Jay and Kanye, and Rihanna and all that. But I started off as a spoken word artist, and they say, Big say, you never thought the hip hop would take it this far. You never thought the spoken word poetry could take it this far. Because nobody told us there was a clear path between the two places. And my brother, Andre is my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my family. We used to do open mics together. I would be hosting and he would come on. And always such a pleasure to have him slide in and bring, from down the street. Because he was in like South Bend, which is like possibly 2 hours from Chicago, depends on how fast you drive. And he would always come through and just spit so crazy, because my event was more, you feel me, like hood. It wasn't, you didn't have to be so politically correct, or you had to be skilled in a motherfucker though, but you didn't have to, your subject matter could be more geared toward your personal struggle, not the communal struggle of Black people. And I always love to provide that, because the communal struggle is, of course, it's unific and it's ubiquitous and we all go through, but there's also a space where we go through what the fuck we go through in our houses. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. What we go through at our school, in our car, at our job sometime. And spoken word poetry traditionally didn't allow a space for that, right? And then when I got on Love Jones and opened that up, people were like, oh, a hood niggas on Love Jones, you know what I'm saying? Then Common's album and Carl Thomas and so on and so forth. All the things, people start to respect the personal struggle of poetry. I'm not saying I started it, but it definitely gave permission to say, I'm struggling with these drinks, I'm struggling with keeping my thing in my pants, after I had these drinks. It made it okay. And now, as how, battle rap sounds like spoken word poetry, and so many things are spoken word poetry, and to transition it into songwriting and Grammys and, filmmaking and Emmys, it just also feels a little foreign to me. So when I come back to spoken word space, I just feel like I came back home. This is where it started for me, at my homies' funerals and shit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that y'all have this platform. I'm glad that you're allowing people to express themselves in the manner of which their spirit requests them and requires them to. I want to engage more with the spoken word space. I haven't traditionally been very much embraced in that space. Even though everything I've done has been like for real spoken word. HBO Def Poetry Jam, straight spoken word. Nike, straight spoken word. Sprite, space, straight spoken word. But somehow it's like Malik's commercial, which is fine for me. But what I'm saying is, like, I encourage other people to be okay with being commercial. I want other spoken word poets to be okay with being like, I'm a commercial artist. Because people purchase my stuff. Commerce is made around my work. You don't have to be embarrassed of that no more. I took all them blows for you, shorty. I took all them fucking blows. Oh, he Hollywood, or he got jewelry on, and he sold dope, or he got a Benz. None of that mean anything. Because the essence of this truth is more pervasive than any of that shit. And you don't have to have a car at all. You don't have to have a car at all. Just remember, brother, you still stand tall. It depends on how far you want to push, how hard you want to grind. I work 24 hours a day. If you want to work 6 hours a day, work 6 hours a day. I wanted to work 24 hours a day, my own self, because of how my mission is set up with the Most High to do for other people, provide platform for other people, provide money for other people, so on and so forth. You know, but it's not a contest on how much stuff you can buy. Life's not a contest on how much things you can own. You know, and I'm willing to, you know, give it all away and go sleep on my auntie couch tomorrow. You know, for real. So that's the place I'm in, and I love that this is provided, and there's a validation space for people to come in here and say their piece, their personal piece. If that personal piece is communal, it's okay. That personal piece is very personal and maybe even private. You know, I've been in spoken word spaces where people have come with their diary, their daily journal, and provided prose from that. And that is always intimate. So for me, the imagined place of peace is different for everyone. What is peaceful, you know, but sometimes peace is like, hey, you know what? I don't rely on opioids anymore to get through my day. Some people I get to meditate every day. All those things, both those things, any of those things are permissible in the space that I like to create. And what we doing, bringing back full moon poetry. You know, a lot of y'all too young to remember when we did full moon poetry in Chicago. We competed with nights. When I say nights, I mean like club nights. If full moon fell on a Friday, we was competing with the biggest party in Chicago and beating them. Full moon poetry, full moon comedy. We were having poetry events on the night the Bulls were playing in the championship games. This is real. And it can be back to that. But the thing is, the unity piece that we speak of has to be put into place here. You know, we have to be on a vibrational chain. We have to be in a space where we don't have to think alike to think together. We don't have to work the same to work together. So again, I'm very grateful that this exists today. That people can come on here and really say their truth. No matter how verbose, how loquacious, how allegoric it is or not, how sophisticated or not. And that's what makes me so happy and inspires me so much. When I first came to this space, I was reading off of a legal pad. But I just happened to my third time on stage get on ABC Worldwide News. So people thought I was famous. So it made people feel like, oh, Melissa's a famous poet from Chicago. That was only my third time on stage in my life. And they aired it 2 months later. So people were like, oh, Malik. And that was all the universe too, though. It was pressure. It was a lot of weight on me. But I had to get my skills up fast. I had to get off paper fast. Like how you was doing, sister, you was in your glory. That was performance art. I loved it. Things you were saying resonated with me so much. I was like, oh, that's what it does. Spoken word allows you to view your story through somebody else's words. It's important, man. We be acting like this shit ain't important. This shit's important. This shit's cathartic. How many people have told me how my poetry has saved their life or changed their life or gave them another perspective? When I'm at Native American reservations and I'm doing spoken word, people are like, oh, thank you for that. I don't want to kill myself no more. This is real. This is not fictitious. And it's not just me. All of us, any of us have that same ability, you know? And do we keep doing what we're doing, it's going to fall on somebody. It's going to fall on somebody. So, man, I'm super grateful, man, for this moment. Thank y'all for having me. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for giving enough of a fuck to tell your story that it might touch somebody. That somebody might identify, somebody that's been silent for so long in their life because they don't have the gift that you guys have. So they didn't have anybody to interpret their pain. Thank you for being brave enough to tell your truth. To say that I was wrong here or this happened to me and I'm healing. Because you know, sometimes the healing hurt worse than the hurting. The damage that's done to you, you know, all of us have had a cut when we was a kid or scraped our knee. It hurt pretty bad, but boy, that thing get infected and it's got to heal up. Woo. So again, man, I can't show enough gratitude. Thank you, sister, for your words. Thank you for your story. Thank you for your conviction. Thank you for recognizing the pain inside of you, because it allows us to recognize the pain inside of us. And it just does my heart a world of good to see that other people can express themselves, and it just gives me more permission. It gives me more of a, and I want to say of a thoroughfare, but more of a conduit. It's like it's like you building pipes and everybody can run their water through those pipes, and I appreciate that. Dre, should I be doing something else? Should I be breakdancing or something?
I'm so really, can you hear me?
I can hear you, brother.
Okay, I'm so geeked, man, because we best friends.
Yes, sir.
We best friends, we brothers. And my grandmama's here. Look, whenever Malik would do a poem before his grandmama transitioned, he would call her.
Yes.
And it's that one line, Malik, you say, we gonna repo everything they took from Granny.
And crack music on Kanye album, yeah.
And I'm looking at my grandmama eye right now.
Mm-hmm.
So what we do want you to do is just let us know. I guess kind of walk us through. We're about to reveal the artwork.
Yes, sir.
Professional. We
25th anniversary. Let's go.
Yeah, let's reveal the artwork. I want Lenora Anderson, Monica Tetzlaff, Day Bryant. Please, if you could come to the front. Lenora Anderson, Monica Tetzlaff, Dr. Day Bryant. Okay. Monica, if you could stand in front of that one. Lenora, if you could stand next to Monica and Dr. Day Bryant. Yay, Dr. Day Bryant. No, just face this way. Yeah, you'll turn and face this way. Lenora, you'll step right here. Stay right there. Yeah, put your hands down, baby. Look relaxed. You treat people the way you've been treated. Y'all say thank you, Malik yourself. Thank you. So, in the creation of Poetry Jam, we'll see how our community is coming together. I'm Charlotte, where are you? Mark, please come. I'm trying to get the folks who was up here last go around. Folks who are up here are also in this picture. All right. I wasn't in that last picture, so on the count of three. So anyway, they said, Andre, it's a whole lot of men that share poems. We need some more women. All right. And so Michael Williams Jr., who is also on Zoom right now, he's in Houston, Texas. He's done all of the artwork. So, Monica, you and I will lift it up on the count of three. And then when we lift it up, y'all just act excited. All right. On the count of three, Monica and I will lift it up. And you know what? South Bend, Indiana, thank you for being you. Here we go. Can you come around? We want to see it. And they have not seen it yet. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hey!
Oh, all right.
So you guys spoke that into the universe, and we have, the spirit of female coming.
Oh my God.
All right.
And Michael.
Michael Williams, your grandson.
That's my grandson.
Hey!
That's my grandson. Natural hair. I told myself I'm just 87 now, that's all. So,
Well, what a beautiful presentation. Such a beautiful piece of work. I am in complete awe, and thank you so much, Malik, for your words. I felt like we was in church over here because you was dropping all kinds of scripture and holy text. So I really appreciate your words. They resurrected within a lot of us. So thank you so much for spending your time with us on this very important celebration for us all in South Bend. Blessings to you. All right, so we are going to continue on. So let's see. Is Mary Bast, is she in the house? Mary? Is there no Mary? Okay, got word there's no Mary. All right, that's all right. William Douglas. Do we have a William Douglas? All right, thank you. Oh, I know you. Hey, Will.
Andre, where you at? Number one, good evening. Let's try it again. Good evening. Does anybody know about Gentlemen and Scholars? Thank you. My name is William Douglas. I represent Gentlemen and Scholars right here based in South Bend. So shout out to Dr. Dave Bryant, the whole IUSB faculty. So Andre brought me into this poetry world over 25 years ago, right? So the very first poetry jam he put together at IUSB was my first poetry jam. We had a conversation maybe the night before, and I said, I'm not a poet. He said, yeah, you are. He said, look what's going on in our family, then you chronicle it, which he just did earlier, right? So I got a brother, Brandon. So Brandon was under Andre's tutelage at that time, and they both convinced me to do that poetry. So 25 years later, I'm representing doing the same thing that they brought me into. So you guys are my family. Andre's family is my family. The IUSB is my family. So Andre said we got a little romantic mood tonight, right? So us as Gentlemen and Scholars, that's our forte, right? So here's my selection. This is dedicated to my wife. I wrote this to her last week in honor of her birthday. So what I do, my poetry is therapy, right? It's my love language. I have a love affair with words. So over the past years, everybody in my family who's close to me during their birthday, unbeknownst to them, I write a poem. This is Rhonda. It's called Countdown to Love. 10 times 2 plus 3 is the length of this love soliloquy. 23 years of blood, sweat, and tears. God's personal gift to me. I go through 9 lives, steal honey from beehives, and we build his kingdom brick by brick. So if it's still the same, we're going to win this game with you by my side as my chick. Your smile, your style makes it all worthwhile. Surely the 8th wonder of the world. So it's a blessing at 7 if I wake up in heaven, right smack dab to my favorite girl. While life flows by, and me being that guy, as we stroll past reason number 6, our love is a bowl and you are the ingredients. Allow me to be the whisk in your mix. My fifth reason to mention defies all comprehension. It's fact, not fiction. There's more than I can adore when you get kinky in the kitchen. The fourth quarter represents this game called life. And the Douglas are the dream team. So keep shooting that rock while you're scorching hot. Breaking down defenses down the seam. So tonight we sip on another championship that's surely in the books. Creating legacy through family building is a bona fide, definite good look. You're the mother of my 3 children, and I thank you for the guidance that's intelligently instilled. All the knowledge you gave them shall never forsake them for when you're grown and living in God's will. Now it's down to us two, my beautiful B-Day boo, and I hope you have tons of fun. You're the queen of my soul. You're the hip to my hop, and you're my certified number 1. Thank you.
All right, all right, all right. He said kinky in the kitchen, y'all. Okay, Will, thank you so much for sharing that. And that is such a beautiful piece. And I am sure your lovely bride enjoyed it as well. So we are going to have our first feature artist for this third last segment. So we're going to bring up Jared Pratt. Jared Pratt is going to join us Zoom, and I'm going to share a little bit about him before he begins. He is from Cleveland State University. He's a proud graduate of Piney Woods Country Life School, Fisk University, and Notre Dame College. Jared Pratt is a Clevelander and youth advocate dedicated to change through action and understanding through empathy. Jared Pratt and Andre Anderson met in August 2000 in New Livingston Hall at Fisk University, and from day one laid down lyrics for the purpose of lifelong learning. It is truly my pleasure to introduce to you Jared Pratt.
Good evening, good evening. I don't know how you follow what has come before us tonight. We've been blessed. So I work with youth who've aged out of foster care at Cleveland State. And I had a rough day. I was heavy. And I came in here, my soul was lifted by some of the voices and the stories I've heard. So thank you. Andre, you eating off of fruit from trees you planted a long time ago. And we're, as a community, grateful for your life and your presence. Just want to share with you a piece of mine. Just a little truth from me on behalf of the young people who age out of foster care every day in this country and are almost forgotten about. Poor misguided youth, live your life in a spoof of movies that you've never even seen. You heard the speech, but you missed the dream, killing yourself over any means. Life in these urban jungles, looking for anything to put your scent on, dying over turf, properties that your mothers just rent on. Public school is outrageous. Ignorance must be contagious. And what's scarier is it does not enrage us. By us, I mean the people. Black, white, or indifferent. Our sons are failing English to get PhDs in pimping. Our girls are failing P.E.A.T.E because they're too cute to change clothes, but get dressed like that chick everywhere that they go. See, hold on to your future, baby. I don't want you to lose it. 2 kids get into a gunfight, but in their headphones, they listening to the same music. I wonder, does anyone else find that confusing? How many childhoods wasted on front steps? If these young men can cook crack so good, why can't they be top chefs? Unless their potential's on the top shelf and their arms ain't long enough to reach. They too short for the NBA. What's the height requirement to teach? See, your 2 cents can be another man's million. A kind word is a foundation to start building. My God, how I fear for these children. Someone got to tell them. Take a lifetime to build a rep and only a second to destroy it. You can have all the money in the world and still not enjoy it. To our young queens pass on, yes, one man's trash can be another man's treasure, but you do not have to be treated like trash to discover your inner treasure. If you always be you, then be you, not some phony. Keep one eye on God, the rest on them, you'll have the testimony. Think I'm tripping, giving you all my version of the gospel truth, speaking to you on behalf of the poor, the misguided, the youth. Thank you, peace and blessings to you all. Have a wonderful night.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing. You ain't got any more? That's all you got to do?
Absolutely. Listen, we poets. we poets. I'll share something else just quick.
Yeah, if you could share one quick one, because yeah, we got time for one quick one. Love for it.
This is in the spirit of that romantic consciousness, to my wife. The economics of love. She bought me wholesale. Take all of me or no sale. You should have seen the price. Still, I gave her a great deal. Even though it would cost me a great deal. And still like this is only once in a lifetime. And yeah, you might find a more GQ 3-piece suit, perhaps a gladiator who could tickle her fancy. But pantry parlor tricks ain't shit against hands that build houses like bricks. Spend Saturday nights at home. Work extra hours to get the kids to stretch limo for prom. Yeah, she bought me wholesale. My fault for giving her less than the sticker. The economics of love had me fucked up like hard liquor. Hands that take chicks and use them to heat and treat and turn them into women's queens, chairmans of the P.E.A.T.E. We tested, weighed, and proven. And by the way, no returns. You break it, you bought it. That's my heart to which I'm referring. These the economics of love. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much. And we not only thank you for your gift, but thank you for the service you provide to our youth. So thank you for that. All right, keeping it moving along. I would like to introduce to you all virtually Santiago the Great. Is Santiago the Great around?
I am, Queen. I'm here.
Okay. Well, before you begin to shine bright like a diamond, let me go ahead and read a quick introduction about you. Let me go ahead and pull up my notes here because I want to get this right. All right. Santiago the Great. A resident of North Carolina, is an attorney by day and an arousing wordsmith by night. Santiago and Andre Anderson met at Fisk University and cooked up creative lyrical buffets for the student body. All right, we are ready to eat. So come on with it this evening, Santiago.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Queen. Thank you. I appreciate everybody. So grateful for this opportunity. Just for everyone to understand, Dre, whom I affectionately refer to him as, he's been a big brother. He is my OG. He is the artistic temperature, and he's who I run things by. I have the blessing and the privilege to run things by to know whether or not I'm cooking or not. You dig? So, but this is something I let him hear. He doesn't know that I finished it, and I'm gonna let y'all hear it and premiere it here on this wonderful platform. So thank you all for being in attendance and giving me the opportunity. So my Aunt Jackie wasn't crazy. Although she spoke to herself in Michael Landon, my flight to greater heights is predicated off a landing that draws awareness like Pictionary. I'm a visionary, and so was she. She would refer to me as Dr. Q. The irony is my credentials read JD, so you don't have to question who I doctored to. As the jurist, my fight is for the purist. Mental health wasn't talked about when my daddy walked back in the house from the military, but my Aunt Jackie was a visionary. You can ask Plato or Socrates if you're doubting me. I believe that she was on to something. Want for nothing, our pride is too large to admit, simple-ish. But she would have apologized to OJ after realizing that the glove didn't fit, regardless as to whether it was supposed to be his size. Her demise was far more disappointing than the realization of watching MJ prepare for a tour and having to understand with a delayed time that this is it, or rather, this was it. I would give my last day here, just to give my father another day. Who knows what they would have to say to each other. She was his only sister. He was her only brother. She may have had conversations in the kitchen, at the kitchen table with no one to answer, but her life was never calling like JoJo Dancer. My Aunt Jackie wasn't crazy. She didn't need a straight jacket or a 7th floor residence at Bellevue. All she needed was a better view, kind of like, welcome to New Understanding. How may I help you? I remember being up late, shamefully questioning whether my auntie was the one who needed a curfew. But some disabilities are so new, you haven't taken off the plastic wrap and read the directions before asking too many questions. And instead of seeking answers, you spend the rest of your life guessing. She could have been handled better, like ergonomics or BMX racing. I can't imagine being stressed facing a solution for an issue that was frowned upon. And instead of isolation, we should have put a crown upon Miss Florence. And now my heart is full with regret, not being old enough to take the necessary steps to shed positive light instead of dimming the blight and unaccounted for struggles of being unable to articulate what she was feeling. We kept offering salt for a wound and never understood how to heal it. Schizophrenia was the diagnosis that led to the disparaging diagnosis, that led to the disparaging type of treatment even. And this condition wasn't the type of secret that we should have decided to sneak with without frequenting and addressing the issue of the puzzle with proper pieces. I thought I loved enough. But in hindsight, perhaps my emotions were delinquent, shameful and indecent, because there was nothing to hide about a beautiful woman that was never able to effectively hit her stride in life and explore more and more achievements. I've been needing a reason to not continue to beat myself up with guilt, because the shoulda, woulda, coulda is more than real. These thoughts on a many of a night have a morbid feel, but the plan is to do more than just heal myself. I plan to use as many of my remaining breaths as possible to encourage the necessary sensitivity to prevent the creation of unnecessary enemies, because who in good faith has an interest in attacking the defenseless and weaponize what should have been an opportunity to recognize when someone is imprinted with unique characteristics? And this is not just an opinion. Regardless of how you hear this poem and rate me, and on everything I love, she may have been different with a beautiful spirit, but on God, my Aunt Jackie wasn't crazy. And that's my piece.
Wow. Wow. So much to unpack there, so heavy, so important to talk about in our community, especially. I appreciate you sharing that and being strong, yet vulnerable, yet courageous, and everything beautiful in between. So thank you for sharing that with us. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. I see why they call you the Great, Santiago. Good stuff there. All right, we have one more feature artist to introduce this evening, and it is truly my pleasure and my honor to introduce Miss Anastasia Davis-Smith. I am biased because I think the world of Anastasia. Anastasia Smith Davis is an IU South Bend grad and an aspiring best-selling author who has penned several poems since the 2nd grade. Her writings liberate broken hearts and open closed minds. She is a literary woman. And I affectionately call her my daughter. I'd like to welcome to the stage Anastasia Davis-Smith.
Thank you. It's like a kid in a candy store. I'm so excited. Like, I love poetry.
and I haven't been in this room probably in about 4 years. So it feels like oddly familiar. So I'm super happy to be here. I'm gonna share with you guys just a little bit before I start. A few weeks ago, before I found out about this event, I was saying to myself, my next poetry series, I want it to be about storytelling. So I love stories. I'm an animated person, if you can't tell yet, but I have a series called, hi mom, both my moms. This series is called Fishbowl. So I want you guys to be with me as I act this scene out. I'm gonna tell you something that you haven't heard in a while. You are going to be some dust, okay? So I'm gonna be in my car and you are the dust on my dashboard, okay? So I just wanna get that out the way so when I'm kind of looking at you funny, it's not you, it's me. So this is my drive from Mishawaka to my house on the near northwest of South Bend. Lord, here we go. Oh, before I start, I'm gonna go like this and like this. Now, I do not do sign, okay? So if you do sign, I apologize. This is not really anything, but this means that I'm talking to myself in my head, and this is me saying it out loud, all right? So we gotta put on our seatbelt. Lord, I don't wanna go to this place. Why am I always telling people I'll pick them up? Now, okay, I'm sorry. Now I didn't use my signal, Lord, I'm sorry. I know that I'm supposed to give what I have, and I'm so thankful that this little car takes me everywhere, A to Z, God, but I'm tired. I'm really tired. And okay, I just noticed I've been driving with my eyes closed, Lord. So you have the hand on the wheel for sure. Lord, how do I teach teenagers about safe driving? I'm always looking at my phone when I'm supposed to be looking at the road. God, sometimes it feels just like there's so much going on and I'm over it. Like I always asked you, where am I going? What am I doing? You know, I got that heat. Everything designer, that's on me. That's the way I walk. Looking like he trying to, See, Lord, okay, this is my issue. I'll go from one thing to another. I'm supposed to be praying, and here comes Chris Brown. It's like always a distraction. Yes, and I'm like, why me, Lord? What are you doing in me? Here I am going to serve somebody, and I need to be served. Okay, I'm going to trust you like you said. I'm going to trust you like you said. Dang, it's a roundabout, sir. You have to slow down. All in my face. Oh God, see, I should have been a rapper. He in my face, no Facebook. No, I shouldn't rap. You're right, I have other things to do. Speaking of other things, okay, God, I have a flyer to make. I told somebody I was gonna cook for them. Okay, Lord, I know I'm jumping all over the place, but were you upset when me and my mom laughed during prayer? Because you're a God and you have like all this fun personality, like, because look at this funny stuff in the world. Was that too much? God, I just want to make you proud, like for real. I don't know if I like the house. My mom's gonna be upset if I left the door unlocked again. God, please, please let the door be locked. Like, cause she's gonna be very upset if I didn't lock the door again. Okay, Lord, I need to just focus and do what I said I was gonna do. Spend time with you this morning. Let me pull into this park. Lord, I wanna thank you for just dealing with me, creating me, because I know that there is something special that you've placed in me. But what is it? I've been here before, I've been asking you before, what is it? When I asked before, you said I was a teacher. Then you said I'll be managing women. And Lord, you didn't say it was gonna be that hard. I'm being stretched, I'm being pulled. And so I guess that's what it means when you said, carry the cross. but I don't want to. I want to step aside and let you do the heavy work. And I'm sorry that it's just that I'm coming to you like this, dirty. I feel unworthy, Lord. I'm all over the place. But only you can be so strong to give me your strength in my weakness, God. So I just thank you. I thank you for always providing the right way out, God. I thank you for being the generational curse breaker, Lord. You do all things, God. I'm so happy that you are here in my life. Hi. Huh? Hold on, I had to roll down my window. I'm okay. Is there a snake under my car? Gonna die? What is going on? You said somebody called you? No, I promise this is not an emergency. I'm okay. Thank you. I cannot believe that somebody called the police on me. I'm sitting here praying, Lord, this is so hilarious. I'm sitting here praying to you, God, and here comes a fire truck. Who called the police on me? Do they think I'm hurt, Lord? Did they think that I was going crazy? I probably did look crazy, God, because I'm in here crying and I'm praying. My arms are moving, but you always got some serious timing. So I guess this means I need to go. Take this off, Lord, they're gone. Thank you so very much for your grace and for your mercy, Lord. I promise that I will remember the light that you have put within me. Lord, help me be the light every day. Okay, I remember that I can't really come out this way, so let me pull back around. Thank you, Lord, for giving me gas in this car. Even though it's a fishbowl, people keep looking at me because they probably like, why did that big fire truck pull up to her little car? I hope nobody I know see me because this is really embarrassing. But God, I'm happy that you see me. And I'm happy that I'm here. And so I thank you for today, God. And if it can get funnier than this, keep it coming, minus the tears, because I'm done with that, Lord. Thank you for protecting me. Okay, there I go again, God, closing my eyes. I drive. This is like not safe, but I'm home now. Thank you.
Hi, you look beautiful. I'm so proud. You look cute. Your hair cute. You looking cute today. As always, though. As always. Thank you so much, Anastasia, for that beautiful presentation. It was very moving, and we truly appreciate you sharing your gift, your talents, and your sense of humor. Up to the stage. Actually, that is it. I think we are done. Well, we have scheduled like 10 minutes, and I'm all about timing and respect people's time. So I'm going to ask Ms. Day if we have time for one more person, or should we move to you making closing remarks? I can't hear. Oh, she's one more? Okay, wonderful. All right, so I would like to ask, we have a few, but let's see if we can fit in one more. Is Micah Carter, is he on the line? I believe this would be virtual for Mr. Carter. All right, there is no Micah. Next, we have Brianna Johnson. Is it Brianna Johnson on the line? All right, and then we have one last one. Sarah Blanco. Is a Sarah Blanco available? All right, I see she's here. Oh, she's okay. Okay, it's okay, Skip. All right, well, that is all that we have on the list. I guess it is time for closing remarks from Miss Day. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here and for allowing me to serve as MC. So I'm happy to introduce the lovely Dr. Day Bryant to the stage.
Oh, thank you, George. He knows how often I walk up to a mic and then I have to wait until somebody adjusts the mic so that I can actually use it. So he was ahead this time. Let's hear it for George. Yes. For those of you who are visiting us for perhaps the first time, you may not know that this is a momentous occasion for us because this is what, 25, 27, 24. So next year's 25, and we have this fabulous art that we're going to be using next year. We are always pleased beyond measure when you will come and you'll share your wisdom with us and you'll share all of that insight and will give us an opportunity to create community because we don't have that nearly enough these days. And to be able to do this not only here in this physical space, but also virtually. COVID took a lot from us, but it gave us another way to be able to relate to one another and to pull people in from all over the country. We were very, very pleased this year to have that range and that scope. And we had people who were kind of new, and maybe this is their third time, and we had poet laureates who joined us this year. And so we're very, very excited about the scope that we've been able to build. But I would be remiss if I didn't pause for a moment to acknowledge that in the house, we have the chancellor, who really thought I wasn't going to mention that. Chancellor Elrod agreed to come and is one of the very first times we've had the chancellor come and be with us. So thank you very much. Yes. We have had a fabulous time this evening. We've had an opportunity to hear amazing voices, to see the art. Please, before you leave, see the retrospective of art that we have in the gallery. All of the pieces that have been done for us over the years and the people who have participated. We have the picture of the very first crew who thought about doing the poetry jam. And so at the Social Action Project, part of what we do is to use the arts like poetry to make a platform so that we can talk to each other and we can hear what we're experiencing and what we can hear about our pains. We can share our joys. That's what spoken word does. And it's been said over and over and over tonight. And I am always pleased to be able to repeat that this is all about us. It's all about us and what it is we're trying to do and all of our woes and our champions and the people that make us, have led us, have fed us so that we could be at this point tonight. And I want you to come back and be with us again. Watch on the waves and watch on the media pages. We'll be back. And in between now and then, I expect to see some of you at the events that are going to be happening all around this town so that we can see you in between times as well. Thank you, Sherry Pete.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. And I missed one text message from Andre. And if you are done with your remarks, I'm not rushing you. We do have one more piece that may be available to be recited if Santiago the Great is available to do an additional piece. But again, no rush on you up there because we love just you watching you in all your glory because you're amazing.
Well, if we have time for another poet, if Santiago can take us out.
Real quick, Dr. Thurman Webb, psychologist, Tennessee State University, he had to switch devices. If he can just say, hey, everything that exudes from Dr. Webb is straight up butter, right? He switched devices, but you already plugged Santiago, who shared on a mental health piece, but I'd love for Santiago, because we got 5 minutes, it's 8:25, we're gonna be respectful of time. If Santiago could just share a short romantic piece, my God, it'll take you somewhere.
Going
A
out
short
on
little,
romance.
Santiago, I'm putting a demand on the gift, just a short romantic piece. Is he there? Oh, Thurman Webb. Yeah, let Thurman Webb say at least hello.
Hello, good to see you, Dre. Good to see everybody else. Definitely enjoyed the art today. Creativity is really the foundation for education. So, you know, I really appreciate everybody's creativity today. Great job.
Excellent, excellent. We'll bring him to South Bend sometime to y'all for a think tank, and then when Monica, when you guys go down to Tennessee, it would be apropos to make that connection for a cipher and a meal. So, Santiago.
Are you going to speak a piece for us to close us out? We're not sure.
No.
I don't think he's there, so maybe
Okay,
Dr. Thurman.
I'll close out real quick.
Andre.
Yeah, so while I was here, hi, Chancellor Elrod. Make sure you get a picture of with you and your picture over there. I'm gonna be real quick. I'm going to be very, very fast. Okay. 2 talking points for today's couple, and I'm gonna sit on down. First one of the gravest mistakes a man makes in a marriage is that he spends so much time trying to get salt that he unconsciously forgets about his sugar. Chasing salt, forgetting sugar. Well, I figured if I talk in my mate's love language, she'll talk back in mine. Hers, acts of service, quality time. Mine, words of affirmation and physical touch. Call me Big Daddy when you back that thing up. God bless you. We'll see you next year. All right.